Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kellyn, and today I have Medi Teddy with me. He's my special guest. So I just want to, before we start, I want to let everyone know that this class is primarily for so if you're older than 3, you can still follow along. You're welcome to stay, but some of the yoga moves might get a little boring, or you might have trouble following along. But if you want to follow along, just grab a little teddy bear or friend, and you can do the moves along with me. So with that, we'll get started and some breathing. So coming to your mat, finding a comfortable seat. You can be cross-legged, crisscross applesauce, or kneeling. And just bringing one hand to your low belly, one hand to your heart. Sitting up nice and tall. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, and then open your mouth, let it out. One more like that, deep breath in, filling up. Open your mouth, let it out. And then this time, keeping your lips closed, when you breathe in through your nose, you're gonna also breathe out through your nose. So deep breath in through the nose, sending it out through the nose. 2 more like that, deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale. Nice job. So from here, we're gonna bring our hands to our knees, and we're gonna bring our chin down to our chest, and just start to rock your head side to side. Finding some movement in your neck. You might feel a little bit of tightness in your neck. That's perfectly fine. It's rocking back and forth with your breath. And then once you start feeling a little looser, maybe expanding this movement, maybe bring your head up and around, keeping a nice long neck. Maybe moving in one direction and switching around, moving in the opposite direction. And then coming through center, back to stillness. We're gonna inhale, bring our shoulders up to our ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Inhale, shoulders to your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. One more inhale, reach the shoulders up. Exhale, send them back and down. Next breath in, reach both arms overhead. Inhale as you reach up through your, as you to the right. Look out over that right shoulder. Breath in, come back through center. Breath out, twist open to the left. Inhale, reach through the top of your head. Exhale, twist to the left. Breath in, come back through center. Both arms reach up high. And then breath out, fold forward over your legs. Bring your hands down to the mat. Maybe let your head release to the mat or the floor. Deep breath in, slowly coming. So here in tabletop, it's at my house, and sometimes they like to climb on my back, sometimes they like to be underneath me for tabletop. So if at any point you're afraid that your child climbing on you is going to injure you, you'll just want to come out of that pose. We're coming to tabletop here. Deep breath in And then deep breath out, just sitting your hips back on your heels slowly and gently. And we're gonna find child's pose. So forehead can rest on the mat, arms are stretched out long on the mat, hips back towards your heels. Just tuning into your breath here. Feeling your back expand and sides expand with the inhale and release with the exhale. And then maybe here just rocking your forehead side to side on the mat. Getting that nice little forehead massage. And start to walk both hands over to the right side of your mat. Your left hand comes up and over your right, pressing back into that left hip. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, walking your hands back through center over to the left side of your mat. Right hand comes up and over the left. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, hands back through center. This time pressing yourself back up to that tabletop pose. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin, look up. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin, look up. Exhale, round your back, tucking your chin. Taking a few more of these cat-cows at your own pace with your own breath. Just allowing your mind to wake up. Maybe adding in some hip circles or staying in one pose longer than the other. I like to come into that rounded back cat pose and sort of draw my hips around in a circle. So here, coming back through stillness to a neutral spine. And then on the inhale, lift your right arm up, look up. Exhale, thread it through underneath your left. Rest your right cheek on the mat. Coming down for a twist. You can stay here or maybe walk those left fingers forward. Deep breath in. Releasing on the breath out, coming back through center. Inhale, left arm lifts up. Exhale, thread it through under the right. Taking that twist to the opposite side. Breath in, breath out, release. Finding that tabletop pose. And then here, we're gonna step our right foot through. So finding a low lunge here. And you can stay, keep your chest down on your thigh. Or you can start to lift your chest up. Finding that low belly engagement as you inhale. And as you exhale, sinking the hips forward, bending into that front knee. Here, if you want to and your baby is willing to participate, you can bring your baby up to your right thigh. And just kind of sit here with breath for a few moments. Inhale, exhale. One more breath in. And then on your breath out, you can release your baby down. We're gonna straighten that front leg, start to sit our hips back slightly. That left heel for a hamstring stretch. So if this is really intense, you can have a soft bend in the right knee. Just breathing into that hamstring. I'm gonna turn on the light here. Here we go. Staying for one more round of breath in, breath out. And then inhale, starting to come back forward, bending back into that front knee. Planting your left hand at the instep of your right foot, and then reach your right arm high, gazing up at the ceiling for a dragonfly twist. Inhale. Exhale, release that right hand down, and then step back into your tabletop pose. Move through 2 rounds of cat-cow here. So inhale, drop the belly, lift your chin, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow, drop your belly. Exhale, cat, round it out. Back to a neutral spine. Breath in, step the left foot up. Coming in for that low lunge. Noticing any differences on this side. So usually we're not totally even. One side is more open than the other. That's perfectly normal. So just noticing what your body needs on each side. And taking that breath in here. Breath out, sinking into the hips. One more inhale. And as you exhale, releasing the hips back, straightening the front leg, coming in for that hamstring stretch on this side, maybe a soft bend in that left knee. Breath in, breath out. Inhale as you come back forward, coming into that low lunge. Right hand plants at the instep of the left foot. Reach your left arm high, dragonfly twist. Deep breath in and release on the breath out. You're gonna step back into that tabletop pose and then lift the hips high, straighten the legs. Coming into downward facing dog. So taking a few moments here, pedaling out your feet. Maybe your baby or your teddy bear would like to find a home underneath of you. My daughter always calls this when I'm in my dog. Breathing in and out, bending deeply into one knee, straightening the opposite leg, and then switching sides, waking up through the hamstrings. And toes touch at the back of your mat. Inhale, lift the right leg up. You want to bend that knee, fan the hip open. Your ankle. Point and flex your foot. Maybe some hip circles here. Inhale as you lift that leg high. And then exhale as you step it through to the top. Spinning your back foot flat, rising up on an inhale here, coming into warrior one. So your hips are square to the front of your mat. Breath in, reach your arms up. Breath out, sink straight down into the hips, bend into that front knee. If you want to incorporate your baby in this pose, you can again sit them on top of that right thigh. Deep breath in, deep breath out as you sink down. Inhale, exhale. One more breath in, and breath out, release. Pressing back into that downward facing dog. Toes touch at the back of your mat. Inhale, this time lift the left leg up, bend your knee. Fan your hip, rolling out that ankle, point and flex, maybe some hip circles. Breath in as you lift that leg high, and then breath out as you step it through to the top, spinning your back foot flat. Should be about a 45-degree angle, pointing up at the top right corner of your mat. And then inhale as you come up, finding that warrior one on the left. Deep breath in, deep breath out, sink down into the hips, bend into that front knee. Inhale, Exhale. And breath as you release, pressing back into your downward facing dog. This time, keep your feet separated a little wide, about 2 fist distance. You're gonna walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Inhaling to a flat back, and then exhale, forward fold. Just allowing your chest to hang over your thighs. You can have a soft bend in the knees here. The most important thing is that your chest is on your thighs. So even your knees could even be like at 90 degrees. It does not matter. And then just allowing the back of your neck to be long, your head is hanging heavy. Shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. And stay here or grab a hold of opposite elbows. Start to swing side to side. Coming through stillness, back through center. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, you're gonna start to rise all the way up. Reaching up when you reach the top. Finding a steeple grip for your fingers. Inhale as you reach up through the fingertips. Exhale as you lean to the right. Gaze up under that left arm. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, come back through center, reach both arms high. Exhale, lean to the left. Gaze under that right arm. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, come back through center. Separate your hands into a wide V. Let your head drop back. Little baby back bend here. Inhale. And exhale, dive forward. Start to walk your hands back out. Coming into a high plank here. So belly button to spine. Holding here for a few moments. Dropping your knees if you need to. Want to make sure we're protecting our low backs. Breath in here. And then breath out as you slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Resting your cheek when you get here. And just taking a moment to reconnect with your breath. This is the point in my practice where if my daughter were here, she's napping now, she would be climbing all over my back. So if that's happening for you, just try to enjoy it. It's just yoga. This is such a great way to connect with your kids. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. On your next inhale, bringing your forehead to center. Stay for an exhale. And then inhale, start to lift your chest up. Exhale as you kick your legs up, finding a locust pose. You can float your hands just above your hips. We're gonna hold here for 3, 2, 1. Start to lower down, resting the opposite cheek. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, forehead comes back to center. This time we'll take Sphinx pose. So bringing your forearms out in front of you on the mat. Your palms are down on the mat. And then here, just try to engage your low belly a little bit as you press down into the mat, lifting your chest up. Gaze is forward, chin is slightly tucked. Maybe your baby finds a seat in the middle of your arms. Inhaling. And then exhale as you slow. You can bend your knees, start to let your feet fall from side to side, finding that release in the low back. And coming to stillness, through that tabletop, and then stepping your legs all the way through. We're gonna come through some boat poses. So I really, really love doing core workout, boat pose, especially with my baby. Sometimes it can be fun sometimes. So if you have your child or your teddy bear, just sitting them down on your lap. And then you can take boat pose. You can have a docked boat, so your feet can be on the mat. You can be in low boat, so just gently lifting your feet up, supporting behind your thighs. Or high boat if you want to extend your feet all the way up and extend your arms. So finding the variation that feels best for you today. And then slowly just staying here, feeling that low belly engagement. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out as you start to return your feet to the ground if they've left the ground. We'll take 2 more like that. So if you're going up, just slowly floating the feet up, finding that core engagement. Holding here for a deep breath in and a deep breath out as you release your feet back to the earth. Last one here. On an inhale, slowly lifting those feet up. Deep breath in, deep breath out as you release the feet down. And then lying all the way back here. So you can keep your baby on your lap here as we move through bridges. So for bridge pose, if you want to take this as a rest pose, if you want to find a couple of pillows to put under your back, you're more than welcome to do that. And if you're moving on with me, just making sure if your baby's on your belly here, that you're holding around them. And then on an inhale, starting to lift the hips up slightly. Holding here for a few moments as you breathe in and out. Inhaling. Exhaling as you slowly lower the hips down. We'll take 2 more like that. So as you breathe in, slowly starting to lift the hips up. Inhaling. Exhale, lower the hips down. Last one here, lifting the hips as you inhale. Deep breath in. And slowly lowering the hips back down to the mat as you exhale. Nice job. Okay, so here, if you're using a baby or teddy bear, we're gonna come into airplane baby pose. So you can draw your knees into your chest and then lie your baby down on your shins. And then just kind of rock side to side, find that release in the low back. I love to do this pose with my children. I think this is one of my favorite things. We do this all the time, even when we're just watching TV. And it's so funny because my daughter, she's almost 2, and she's already doing a lot of the yoga poses that she sees me do. So it's really cool being able to practice this with your kids. Coming to stillness, back through center. Just releasing your baby to your chest. We're going to move into our rest pose. So if you want to extend your legs out long, you can feel free to do that, or you can take rest with the soles of your feet pressing together. Letting your knees come out wide. And one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Just taking a few moments here. Deep breath in. Open your mouth, release it out. Releasing any remaining tension that you're feeling in your body as you relax into rest. And I will play a little song.
Drifting in the warm air, weightless in the blue, all the world beneath us, that's how to be a cloud. Soft and gray the raindrops, tapping on the tall rooftops, gently bathing everything, that's how to be a cloud. And when we close our eyes, we can float away. When we close our eyes, we can float away. Maybe it feels like a storm, dark and angry, down it pours. We can let it all fall down, just let it go. And when we close our eyes, we can float away. When we close our eyes, we can float away. Maybe now we'd like to play, take the shape of silly things.
Starting to wiggle your fingers and toes, letting your head fall from side to side. And then staying right where you are. This is where you need to be right now.
Now fill up
We're starting to make your way up to a comfortable seat, keeping your eyes closed.
all the world to decorate.
Just drawing your hands to heart center.
Below,
And together we'll take a deep breath in
how to be a cloud.
and a big sigh out.
When we close our
And
eyes,
thumb knuckles to the center of our foreheads.
we
Fanning open our hands, we invite in the love, the light, and the peace. The light within me honors the light within each of you. We bow forward together as we honor each other,
float away.
saying namaste. Thank you. I hope you have an excellent rest of your day, and I hope that you will join us for this class every Thursday at 1 o'clock. It'll either be me live or a video session. And then at 1:45, we have family yoga for kids ages 3 and up and their caretakers. So thank you. Have a great day.